Police officer. I got a phone call who has a problem with a valve in his heart. He developed the problem and he went to the hospital, and it's costing him tens of thousands of dollars trying to save his own life. He called me on Sunday morning to sell me this. He called me and asked me, out of pride, he didn't want to ask me to borrow money. So he called me and asked me if I would buy his boots, $500. If I would buy his police boots, $500. Because he's trying to make up money to pay his medical bills. I asked him, what's going on with your insurance? What's going on with the police insurance plan? Nothing like that do exist. Our police officers have no medical insurance. Our police officers have zero medical plan. I called Gary Griffith. I said, tell me this officer lying to me. Tell me he's trying a smart thing. Gary said, nope. I tried to put one in place and the cabinet rejected. So our police officers who leave their homes and their families, their wives, their husbands, their children, and they go out to put their lives at risk for strangers, if they get injured in the line of duty, it's them to catch with their own bill. If you get shot and you live, it takes months, sometimes years of rehabilitation. People don't know that because they're accustomed seeing what gunshot look like in the movies. But that's not the point. I gave him $500 so that I could take these boots. So I could use these boots as a symbol. Trinidad and Tobago, that's a pair of a policeman boots who had to sell his boots to get $500 to help pay his medical bills. Now you tell me if any of that is right. If this is not hateful, spiteful, heartless governance in this country. Police officers cannot engage in industrial action. Police officers cannot strike. Police officers cannot down tools by law. So they're stuck. They just get a 4% at a time where the cost of living went up 100% twice. The government has a responsibility to our police officers. I will deal with this specifically. Don't tell me about fire officers. Don't tell me about Coast Guard. Don't tell me about nobody else. I want to deal with one. Help me deal with one. This is what I'm asking Trinidad and Tobago to do. To stand with me, to insist that the government put with immediate effect medical insurance facilities in place for all of our police officers. 1. 2, that either you remove the law that says they can't engage in industrial action, or you immediately peg their releases, their increases, you immediately peg their increases to the cost of living and inflation. Simple maths. Government responsible for controlling inflation. Government could control inflation, but if it goes out of control, raise essential servants' salaries in step, because they can't protest and they can't down tools. But the reason for this video is we are trying to help this man. He have about $50,000 in medical bills and he needs help. He's a good and decent guy. You all know me. I don't put my mouth in things for just any and everybody. This is a good and decent guy. And he needs help. Satish Ramsaran has set up a FundMe account specifically for him. And you could WhatsApp Satish at 796-8172 and Satish will send you the link. If they redo this video to send out on WhatsApp, they will probably include a link on it. If you are watching this on my Facebook page as a live, even if you watch it as a rerun, there should be a link in the thread, in the comments of this, for you to get the link to pay a $10, $100, $1,000 to help this gentleman, because I'd like to help him. And if you can't reach Satish on 7968172, you could WhatsApp my assistant's line 702-PHIL, 702-PHIL. And if neither of those work, you could of course WhatsApp me on 682-2110 and say, I would like to make a contribution. I know there are good people outside there who will see this, and this will pull at their heartstrings, because this gentleman have a young daughter and a family. And I want to see us as a country do right by each other. I want to help him, but I want to use his case to help all the other police officers, men and women, who put their lives on the line for this country every day. When Trinidadians want to wash their mouth on police and talk about, oh, they corrupt, oh, they just take bribe, oh, they always looking for extra duty. You see why? We paying them crap. They just get them a 4% increase that should have been a 40% increase just to keep up with the price of bread and flour and water rates and tea and tech, because they have the same bills you have. They can't strike. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, need to stand by our police officers. If you want a good and decent and honest police force, make sure that they are paid properly so that they could live. And in cases like this, that they could get a medical plan so that when they need help, they could get some help. 7968172, Satish. 702-PHIL, my assistant. 682-2110 to WhatsApp me. Let's help this guy. Thanks for your support.